There's a version of you no one has met yet. Not because you're hiding it, but because you haven't built it. And somewhere inside, you already know that. You feel the gap between who you are right now and who you sense you could become. And if you're honest, talking about it doesn't change anything. It just stays there, quiet, like a debt that hasn't been paid. Now that feeling, it isn't weakness. It's the beginning of something. But this is where most people drift. They stay visible, keep themselves in the noise, keep explaining to people who were never really listening, waiting for someone else to recognize the potential they already feel inside. And while that waiting stretches on, the gap keeps widening, slowly, silently. And this is where the trap forms, a quiet one, easy to miss. Because somewhere along the way, you absorbed an idea if no one sees it, it doesn't count. That progress needs an audience. That change has to be witnessed, to be real. So you start announcing, posting fragments, performing pieces of a transformation that hasn't happened yet. And without realizing it, that's why most people don't actually change. Not because the desire isn't there, but because being unseen while it's happening feels unbearable. Sit with that, really sit with it. Picture this, someone overlooked, dismissed, quietly written off, sitting alone one night. The kind of silence that makes a room feel smaller than it is. And in that stillness, something shifts, not a declaration, not a speech, something quiet, more internal. It's like something collapses inward, the hope that someone else will finally see it first. All of it falls away, almost brutal in its clarity. This is mine to fix, alone, without applause. And that decision, small, unimpressive, is the most dangerous thing a person can make. Not dangerous to others, dangerous to who they used to be. Because the moment you stop explaining, something irreversible begins. You step outside the timeline of other people's understanding. You no longer need them to believe in you first. And the work starts, not to prove anything, but because the cost of avoiding it is becoming someone you can't respect. And the truth is, the work rarely looks impressive. It's quiet, sometimes boring. Mornings no one documents, pages no one reads. Discipline practiced in rooms where no recognition is waiting. Progress measured only against a standard you set alone. But stay with this. Something is happening in that silence. Something that doesn't reverse. Every day you show up without being seen, rewrite something internal. It stops being, I need the world to see me. And slowly, almost without announcement, it becomes, I see myself. That shift, it doesn't arrive loudly. It moves like a season change. Gradually, then all at once, months pass, sometimes longer. And when you return, not to announce anything, just present as you are, people pause. Something is different, not in what you say, in how you exist. There's no hunger for approval anymore. No tension in your voice searching for confirmation. Because the only conversation that mattered already happened. In private, in silence, without witnesses. And when they ask how you did it, you notice something strange. There's no urge to explain, not out of arrogance, but because the answer isn't something you can summarize. It lives in mornings they didn't see, nights they weren't there for, moments you chose, discipline over comfort, without telling anyone. How do you explain that to someone who wasn't present for any of it? And if you're honest, this is where most people get it wrong. They overestimate how much they need to be understood before the work is finished. But the middle was never meant to be explained. It exists to be built. And once you accept that, something permanent shifts. You stop needing their version of you to survive. You stop waiting for belief to come from the outside. Because the transformation no one witnessed still happened. The work no one saw still built the person. And the man who disappears into silence to rebuild himself doesn't come back to show the world who he is. He comes back to show himself how far he's come.